Hey, what's good? What's good? Before we get started, you already know what I'm gonna ask, man. Go ahead, hit that like button. Go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and follow the IG. Hopefully I'm not asking for too much. But before I get started, man, I seen some stuff, man. Shout out to Coach Diggy. Pray for Coach, man. For him to be in this situation, bro, that's tough. That's tough. That's one thing that I hope that I won't have to experience. But pray for them. Also, make sure y'all continue to pray for Coach Al, to get better. Um, but yeah, man, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, bro. After last night's live, man, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, bro. I've never felt discouraged. I've always felt like, you know, um, when it comes to youth football, we can get it back. Now, the direction that people are heading in, I think rec ball is going to have to be the step that people take in order to make sure that they get the development, they get the games, they get you know uh the coaches undivided attention. The coaches is looking at their well-being, not as opposed to their own, right? And I have a different look at national ball now. I no longer look at national ball as the same. Although, this is a national platform, well, a platform for all or whatever, but mainly the nationals is what I've been covering. I see some ugly ways. And I'm gonna be honest. If I was a coach, a lot of shit wouldn't go down, or at least pertaining to me. My kids would be very involved in the opportunities that youth football has to offer, and I will make sure that all my kids benefit in ways that will help their parents out. But I'm not gonna get into nobody else's pockets. But the one thing that I will say is that all of y'all guru parents that allow certain things to go on and transpire in national football should be ashamed. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy now that I think about it. I don't get it. I just don't look at youth football, national football the same. I just see how people move and all this. Like it's just not like aligned with the way that I actually interact with people or the way that I, you know, um, look at the way things should be going. And it's not that. But Avery was good, was good. Designer Bulls, he says, yo, LA was good. He said we back, but nah, man. Like seeing some good football. One of the games that I hope that I do get a chance to see is the Gorilla Mob versus that Rare Breed game. I want to see that. Then I want to see if I get an opportunity, I want to see what's the other team that Steppers, and I want to see the Frankfurt team, and also that 300 team. I want to see them get some work as well. So if they able to make those games, I would definitely um would say the same thing. But Coach Trevon says Harbor Freight. He says coming to Midwest, Ken. Hey man, is it what's that? What age group is that? Sports Fanatic says, bro, I've been saying national ball is not about development, only exposure and money. Hey, bro, it's crazy, right? Butch says, he said, what's good, Ken? Youth football has a dark side. And the thing about it is, bro, I'm strong enough to go in, expose it, and do whatever, right? Um, Coach Ravon says tap in with him, 11U. Now, the way that I looked at national ball, I looked at it as opportunity for kids to get out of their comfort zone. I looked at it the opportunity for exposure. I looked at it for the opportunity of being recruited. I looked at it for the opportunity of these kids possibly making NIL. I looked at it for the possibility of these kids just really getting to see life, right? Just to really have memories. And the thing about it is, what memories are being created? What are people doing really to give these kids the opportunity to have the memories, of certain games being played? I remember that if a team wanted to play you, you play that team. Okay. Y'all determine the home game, then that person that plays the home game get all of the gate. It wasn't giving funds out or any of that. They just came, they played, and they brag. It's bragging rights. This new stuff that y'all on, I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want no parts of that. I'm a person that understands that, that when it gets to that point, like I say, that's why I always focus on the kids. I I would not get caught up in all this other stuff, bro. I'm just gonna continue to ride for the kids, try to get the kids to play games, and that's it with me. All that other stuff, y'all can have that, bro. All that other stuff, y'all can have that. I'm gonna tell y'all that now. Um, Yoshi says having to pay a team to play is the craziest thing I have ever heard. Man, look, bro, I'm telling you, it's a reason why I'm not coaching. I swear to God, if I was coaching, half of this shit wouldn't even be going down. I probably have about 72 players on my team. I would have that many people on my team. Why? Because people want real. And it's rare to find, but so they go to the next thing, then the next best thing, and that still don't even be real. Only thing I know is how to be a real, genuine person. You can ask anybody who've ever met me on this platform. I mean, after seeing me on this platform, I am the same here than I am on the outside. He says, come out to rec ball then, GFL. Where y'all at? Burnett was good. Trucking with Archie was happening. Burnett Jackson, he said, what's up, Ken? Nothing much, but Yoshi, yeah, having to pay a team to play is the craziest thing I've ever heard. And it is crazy because what if you don't get it? You don't play? Is that the route? If you don't get it, then you're not going to play. Now I get, you know, uh, not having it. A person wants you to play. You come out there. You help relieve the load of what it costs and what it takes for travel and expenses. But other than that, I don't know. I'm a little lost right now. Uh, DeLeon says, DeLeon, bro, I keep butchering your name. You know what I'm talking about. Says Flock Boys tour on the way. He says, we pulling up on stuff. He said, everybody stay tuned. He said we finna do away with a lot of ducking. Do away with all that ducking. Um, hey, bro, y'all had a good start. Y'all had a really good start. It's just that every time y'all got a good win, y'all end up taking a loss. I think that's what hurt the Flock boys. Like y'all took untimely loss when y'all did well. When y'all did well for a game, y'all came to me, which is the biggest mistake you can make. And then it was like, yeah, I told you we gonna. Then y'all lost the very next game. The very next game. So I guess you haven't realized, man, play the damn game. Don't come to me. You only lose that battle. He said it's not crazy in my opinion, especially in Rare Breed's case. He says they packing the games out. He says now if that money not going towards the team or the kids, then I have a problem. Then that's the biggest question. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I know I got a lot of people tune in to me and was saying, man, bro, did I really just hear what I heard? You feel me? T Street was good. So the thing is, bro, he said, yo, Ken, what's good? He says 2 shows in one day. Yes, sir. Hey, man, right now I'm just trying to have a conversation with y'all, man. Like, I ain't never felt like I do now, bro, kind of like helpless. Far as like, being able to make sure that, people just fly straight, man. People fly straight. I see that more than now than ever. It's not, it's less about the kids. It's more about what the kids can do, but at the same time, is it's not about them. It's about what they can do for, other coaches. Now that's where I have the issue. Coach Vogt says, "Nah, I definitely have one of the best rec balls teams in Florida." What's the team, man? Because it look like I'm gonna be going to rec ball soon. Rec ball in high school, middle school, high school. It says Yoshi. He said, "Welcome to Boyne Playboy." He says it's going to be a party. Hey man, shout out to them. Um, nah, man, I got a lot of calls, T Street, and folks is was telling me about the pay to play, man, and I don't get nobody pockets, bro. But at the same time, I can control what I decide to, deal with. Says my son played QB at Archer. DFW Guru Media. He says those teams who want you to pay them. Ask them. Do teams who travel to play them get the same courtesy most of the time? Oh my God, I gotta read that one again. Make sure. All right, DFW says those teams who want you to pay them, ask them, do teams who travel to play them get the same courtesy most of the time? No. I had to reread it to make sure I ain't miss nothing. Jake, he said, what did he say? He says Yoshi blends. He says facts because parents who driving their kids don't see any money back. Mm. He says teacher said you still talking to people who ain't played 7-1 yet. He says Zay just told y'all last night. He says talk to MF who playing football. It says 7-1 at that. Hey man. Hey, Coach Pop was good, bruh. You know, hey, more. Hold on, Street. Hey, Street, send me some on IG, so I won't have to try to find you, bro. Right quick, send me some on IG so I can hurry up and send you the link. Coach Vo says, what do he say? He says CCN, the tribe, 10U in Tallahassee, Florida. Said only 4 hours from Atlanta. Hey man, that means that you need to get on the good foot, man. All the teams out here, well, a couple teams out here. Hey, actually, you in a good spot. You got Duval Jacks, you got Woj, you have the dog pound that you could play, and then in between that, right, you got they got a rare breed, they got RDE, they got what's the other team? Um Rare Breed, RD, and So Icy. So you got those teams that you could play. So really, being only 4 hours from Atlanta, bro, I think that you're in a good spot, especially if you're in Florida. So you could be playing a lot of games. And if you can beat some of those teams, then that means that you are you are one of the top teams in the nation. You feel me? But you have to play those games. Have to play those games. It says I got a question then. LA say, I got a question then. If you have a big name brand, do I let people reap the benefit of my brand for free? LA, you ain't been listening, have you? I already talked about this. Instead of instead of pillaging the damn coaches who probably coming out their own pocket, they got 100,000 more money, more dollars, probably $100,000 more at them companies that's willing to help a brand. So it shouldn't be a thing. That's my point. So my answer is yes. If my brand carry me playing games will put me in a position to make a lot of money off of these corporations and companies and stuff. Way more money than what you get from the brands. So yes, yes. It says they don't control nothing. He said he ATL only. Tyler was good. Um, Yoshi says that's another thing messing up football, right? More worried about money than football, right? And that's what I'm saying. See, here's a problem. Y'all always get me to come preaching on here. I don't even be wanting to preach. I just be wanting to vibe with y'all sometimes. Shout out to Coach Pop for standing on business. If I as a parent, I pay my registration for my son to play games. Win, but play games. Winning is not my only thing, is just is also development. But if I find out that some games not being played because it's not benefiting certain people, then I got a problem. So if the games don't get played because of some some other person's preference, I got a problem. See, I ain't never had that problem growing up playing games because it was about wins and losses was the focus, right? Now we're in a time where NIL is a real thing, but people are seeking the benefits from the wrong people. The wrong people are the other coaches. People having other people play at their event was a way that they could do partial fundraising, right? To travel to other events. Whenever they charged, it was mainly for fundraising, homecoming, stuff like that. For them to be able to raise money to travel to other teams and stuff like that. But it never was a deciding factor of whether or not I was going to play you. It was never the deciding factor or whether or not I was going to play you. And that's where people are mistaken. A lot of y'all don't know when something or a sink is shipping, is sinking. A lot of y'all don't know when the ship is sinking because if y'all haven't noticed, people are traveling less games are being played, which is not always a bad thing because it is football, right? You preserve your health or whatever. But it's going to happen less and less and less and less, and more people are going to go to middle school, and guess what? Nobody going to eat because them schools don't allow it. Nobody. And guess what? Nobody gonna get exposure because them schools barely allow people to film at their games. People don't look at the domino effect; they look at the now. It's going to be so many people, which is why I don't understand why a lot of people keep removing themselves from organizations and trying to go independent, and you don't even have no damn clue of how to be an owner, or a boss, or nothing. You just a follower. A lot of these folks are just followers. That's why I don't like TikTok, because it's a app where everybody does a challenge what everybody does, right? It conditions people to think like other people. It's no longer a shame to copy people. You remember growing up when you used to say, if somebody else jump off the bridge, you gonna do it too? And you should be like, no. I think in today's time, they'll say, yeah. If they get enough views by doing it, I think your parents used to tell you, don't do what somebody else do. But in today's time, it's very accepted. So you got a lot of coaches out here trying to go the org route. I mean the independent route, but they don't have a clue. Their pitch is, I'll play anybody. Come to me. Pull up on me. Oh my God, bro. Are we really this damn like naive about stuff, bro? It's really a monkey see, monkey do. So programmed. That's why I always say, right? When the music play, now they use, you notice they use the youth. They try to gear towards youth football now because they have gotten a lot of people popular. But every dance that comes out, right? Every dance that comes out, all our kids doing the same thing. You know that they've been programmed, and the stuff that I'm telling y'all, these folks don't want y'all to know. You know why I can say it? Because I'm not programmed. I understand that a lot of stuff that goes on is out of my control, but I have to deal with it. But I'm not about to let nobody control me. I'm not about to let nobody dictate my mind. I see what is going on. All these kids, when they do a celebration, what they do, the newest one. Why? Because of TikTok dance, TikTok's influence. They even got some of these young boys dancing like the little girls and stuff, right? A challenge. And these coaches are doing the same thing. They're doing the same thing. These folks literally is is looking at other people gain some sort of success, right? And then they're doing it. They're trying to do it. But guess what? You're not going to win, or you're not going to come close to doing it how they're doing it, because it's not working for you. It's not working. These folks, if you really look at it and pay attention to people, everybody, I ain't gonna say y'all, but everybody does the same exact dance, whether it's the song that they all like at the same time, whether it's the dance they all doing. If you look at the touchdown celebrations, it's what everybody else doing. Everything is a copycat situation. Why? Because they're programmed to do that. That's why if you notice all the other stuff, that's why, even with the parents and all that stuff, right? And I'm gonna say this, and they probably ain't gonna like it. Remember the whole Diddy stuff? When Diddy was in this situation, guess what? It was a whole nother two other guys who did the same thing, but they focused on him because they knew that that was a name to get everybody to pay attention to, because I programmed you to be that way. So all I'm saying is, man, run your own race. Go and put yourself under an org. Just give yourself certain stipulations and guidelines under the circumstances you will be willing to go under an org. Because being a owner is not your cup of tea. You don't know what the hell you doing. If you want to be national, you got to do national things. You're going to have to play in national tournaments. You're going to have to play national games. You're going to have to travel. You're going to have to do a lot of stuff that requires to be considered, or considered national. He says, "Can he says, not going nowhere, bro." He says, "We've been celebrating even when we was young." Now listen, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that, right? With some of the stuff being celebrated and all that. But what I'm not okay is that they're not aware that every time somebody else is do something, they're doing it. Celebrations is a part of it. But how about doing a celebration that you made up? How about that? Hey, I remember uh uh sometimes I used to try to make up my own dance. I see somebody else doing something while everybody else they doing their little dance or whatever. I'm trying to make up my own because I hated following and doing the same thing as other people. You see what I'm saying? So it's not about that everybody else is celebrating and doing dancing. No, what about doing your own? It's never become a thought to do your own thing. So that's what it is, bro. But he said football copycat gang. He says, man, on the afternoon show, he says line should be on. Hey, bro. Hold on. Hey, I didn't plan on being too long, bro. I swear, KP. I didn't plan on being too long, bro. It's just that, like, it's just certain things, bro. I just be having to feel I be having to understand, bro, and be needing y'all opinion on, stuff. What do you say, DFW guru? He says they don't realize that that's the advantage youth football has over middle school. The traveling, experiencing for the kids. He says they better fix it quick. Oh, for sure. They definitely better fix it. Hey, Younger D was good. Coach TJ was good. Bobby was good. Coach Bobby was good. Hey, but look, that's what it better be, because I've been telling y'all that number one, they got senators, right? They got to go through the Congress. First, they trying to make sure that kids are not able to play football until they 12. Okay. I told y'all in Atlanta, they just took away one of them teams parks, and then they cited the drugs, the smoking, the drinking, and violence. Okay, I told y'all that they was gonna do that anyway because they trying to get rid of the youth football. I told y'all the fighting is gonna ban a lot of people from being able to rent venues, all the stuff that I'm saying. And I also explained that youth football is dying because of the people that's running it, right? Everybody's trying to do the same thing far as going the independent route. I explained that not going under an org and being independent without knowing how to do business, that's going to crash, right? You're going to have you're going to have a bunch of teams who decide are organizations who end up collapsing because they don't have enough people under their organizations to sustain, right? Point in case, when the last time we seen the Falcons United? Falcons United was an org, that had what 6 through 13, right? ABA 6 through 13. He said, "You football not dying, bro." Hold on, wait. What? What? Youth football has less teams, and then they have more new organizations that's not going to sustain. What do you mean youth football not dying? All them orgs that they had at one point, where are they? Tell me where the Falcons United at. Tell me where the 6 through 13 at for ABA. Tell me where Tucker 6 through what is it? I think Tucker only got maybe 2 or 3 teams. I'm not sure. Don't quote me. But they don't have a full org the way that they do. What happened to East Metro Steelers? What happened to them? See, all the orgs is down there towards the East Coast. He says those teams folded because you have teams with 40 kids. No, they folded because people decided that they wanted to go independent. People decided that they wanted to go independent. So therefore, that's the way it happened. The team that I seen with orgs had 30 to some teams, 30 some players. You see what I'm saying? All right, hold on, bro. Let me see. But nah, bro, listen. All I'm gonna say is this, bro. A lot of stuff that I say, it always manifests, bro. Hold on. Let me try to get the line on. Everything that I say always manifests, bro. To the point where it's like, bro, I tried to tell y'all. I tried to tell you. Hold on, bro. I'm about to open the lines up. See, the thing about it is, bro, people only see the now. Y'all don't look at the future. Where a lot of people are going to be going to other sports, worry about other sports, not focus on football, not enough coaches, not like, bro, you're not factoring in all of these things. And you're not even factoring in that a lot of these coaches that came in was because some of these coaches, the good ones, end up quitting. And so the bad ones, which parents ain't gonna want to go to, are not gonna have a team. And then the organization that they left from is not going to be there. So where the hell you gonna go? Where you gonna go? There are a bunch of teams who are literally closing their organizations, bro. If you don't see it, it's because you don't want to see it. I see it. It's not something that I want to be a thing, but I gotta be realistic and honest about what it is that I am seeing. And that's what I'm saying, bro. Hold on, man. All right, I'm about to put the number in real quick. Once it, hey, give it a second. It's not connecting right now. Hey, I'm gonna do a poll, KP. You said you said that is not true. You said that is not true. That a lot of organizations is falling, crashing, and then you say that it's not true that a lot of these folks are going independent, although they're not sustaining, being independent because they don't really know how to run a business. So you mean to tell me that none of these teams are folding, none of these organizations are folding, or none of that? Is that a thing? What does they say? He says, Javon, stop that hating shit. Niggas ain't doing what I'm doing. He says, I make calls for teams around the nation. He says, I got the real blueprint. He says, stop leading your team down a dark path, every year. I'm just saying, bro. I'm okay. All right, Lions is up. Let me go ahead and put the number in real quick. Let me go ahead and put the number in, man. 770. I got about 9 minutes, bro. Let me see. Let me see. 770 954 5484. All right, there you go, KP. There you go, bro. Cause you say that what I'm saying is not true, but I can name right now a lot of organizations that have folded, bro. Just in Georgia, just in Georgia. Hey, bro, there you go. I just yo,
Man, what's happening?
what's the
It's
word,
KP.
man? You keep disagreeing with me.
Man,
Go ahead, man. You got the flow.
now I like your I like your pod. You actually get me through my drive home in the morning and afternoon. But bro, I done been around the country, right? I live in Pensacola. There's like 17 organizations in Pensacola that got orgs, 6 through 13. In the ball, they got organizations. I was just in San Diego for the last 4 years. There are over 47 organizations in San Diego. They're not playing youth national ball, but they play football on all levels. Part One, AYL, Supreme League, the Snoop Dogg League. Those are organizations. Now on the national ball level, it's turning to like AAU basketball. That's not sustainable for a full organization, 6 through 14. You got some, the DMVUs, the Rare Breed, but for the most part, a lot of organizations can't afford to send their teams to these locations and different places. So that's why I understand what you're saying. But national ball, it's hard for organizations to travel like that because it costs a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
On a weekend, it costs. We going down to North Carolina from Virginia. That's a drive. We got like 6 parents pulling out
Right.
because they can't afford to go down there because they got to work.
Hold on,
So
KP.
that's what I mean. I get it on a national level.
Yeah, let me make sure that they. Hey, y'all, press a one. Somebody press a one if y'all can hear. If y'all can hear them, real quick. Go ahead, press a one for me if y'all can hear them. Cause a lot of times, bro,
Is that
sometimes,
better? Is this better?
huh? No. I
Is
can
this
hear you
better?
clear. I just want to make sure that they can hear you. Cause sometimes Okay, they can hear you. They can hear you. All right, bet. Appreciate y'all. But nah, I see what you're saying, right?
That's
I'm talking about for the ones who separate themselves from the organizations to try to be independent, but don't have a clue about the independent game. And then you got so many of them, but
for sure.
none of them actually trying to go out and travel to play these teams. So they're becoming independent. They got their own names, or whatever it is, right? But they're not looking to travel. So now instead of games being able to be played, now these kids are not even really getting that many games because these folks don't know what they're doing. And then you got a lot of teams unwilling to come to you. Then they're unwilling to go to the team. So they're not playing as many teams, right? The only ones I've seen that was very good with like traveling, the DMVUs, Maryland, right? I seen Rare Breed. I've seen I want to say on an independent. I've seen whatever team Coach Kier and them have, right? They know that it requires traveling. So they're willing to travel. A lot of these new orgs are unwilling to travel. So what does that mean? That means that on the national level, a lot of games are not going to be played. And then that means that these folks are not going to go back under an organization. And then not just that, you not factoring in that a lot of folks don't want to play under certain coaches because they don't feel like these coaches can coach. So now what that's going to do? That's going to push a lot of them to middle school ball because they're going to feel like those are the ones who can actually coach. So the new coaches, have you noticed that after all the cuss out that the parents have been doing, a lot of the coaches have been quitting. You got a lot of new coaches. Some coaches created teams just so their son can get in, right? Daddy ball at his finest. Got players on that team, right? That eventually have the worst experiences. And then that org that they created is no longer a thing. And so they will go to an org and it'll be so many other people on one team because why? Because they don't have that many
But that's
organizations to
because they
choose
ain't.
from. That's because what?
But that because a lot of these coaches, bro. That because a lot of these coaches, like I told y'all a couple of weeks ago, a lot of these coaches not getting in there for pure reasons though. They not getting in there for pure reasons. They getting in it for ego. They getting in to coach their son, right? Or they getting in it and they not genuine. And they don't know the game of football. They don't know the game of football. They don't know the teaching the life lessons that come with football. And they ain't building a relationship. They ain't building a relationship with somebody like you. They're not building a relationship with somebody like the boys they. They're not building these relationships. So niggas say they want to go national ball, and I'm in Delaware, but I don't got no relationship. You think a nigga in Texas gonna travel to me? A nigga in Virginia gonna travel to me? But they don't have a relationship with somebody like you who play middleman, somebody like Zay who play middleman, right? And the nigga ain't gonna just travel to go play this Kiwi team if they don't know about him. So niggas just not genuine, and I get you. The niggas not genuine. They not creating these things for the real reason. They creating it because they know they can make money. Yeah, if we volunteering. So this is my first year on the national team with my son, and I think my son coach is a great coach in his organization.
Mm-hmm.
But I coach a national team. But it's a lot of dudes out here. They don't understand the connection. They ain't even going through the process. Oh, I just got a good team. I know I can make some money off the gate. But that gate money not going towards the team. They pocketing that money, right? Because they still asking the parents to volunteer and do bake sales and shit like that. So we just got to be realistic. That's all it is, bro. I
Mm-hmm.
like y'all conversation. I love y'all conversation. I'm listening to it every day. I just think sometimes we got to challenge you a little bit.
Oh yeah,
If
yeah,
you get
yeah, yeah.
on your
Definitely,
preaching, your preaching
definitely.
ass
Hey,
on.
I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it.
But you be wrong too, though. Sometimes.
Hey
Yeah,
man,
you be
listen,
wrong sometimes.
listen. It had sometimes I might be a little off, just a little bit. I come back, I correct it. I'm always like I watch my own
Hey,
stuff, my playback, just to make sure that I didn't sound too crazy or something like that. But
hey,
the thing about it
one
is,
thing y'all can do for me, bro. one thing y'all can do for me, and I gotta hang up. I'm gonna go to a tunnel.
All right, it's a bet.
Hey man, keep that dude from the South Boys off the podcast, bro. He don't want to travel, but he want everybody to travel him or meet him. He ain't won shit, bro. Keep him off the podcast, bro.
Hey man, Coach Trey
Like,
Ball the
like
homie,
he be
man.
tripping.
Hey man.
Nobody going to Cincinnati or Kentucky or Indiana, bro. Niggas not respecting that football.
Damn. Hey, Coach, I
But that's
appreciate you,
it,
man.
bro.
I definitely appreciate you. There y'all have it, man. I definitely, you know what I'm saying, appreciate when people challenge me. I'm wrong sometimes. Well, not that often, but hey, man, I might be off. You know what I'm saying? I don't know everything, but I do know how to spark conversations that's necessary and need to be explained or expressed or talked about. So I'm okay with that. I'm definitely okay with that. You know what I'm saying? But hey man, that's I don't know how you good, coach. But like that's really all I got, man. Let me know what y'all think. Leave a comment down below in the comment section. Also, he said that was a good. Hey, appreciate you. All right, I want to make sure I read the last one. He said same reason nobody going to Delaware. Um. So yeah, bro. Hey, y'all be easy, man. I'll see y'all later on tonight, man.